This is an Encore presentation of Tech It Out.
Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech It Out, episode 269. Hope you're doing great on this first weekend of November. And we do have a stellar Tech It Out planned for you this hour with 4 different guests and topics. We're going to start off with Ecobee, a company that makes Wi-Fi thermostats and other smart home tech that can save you a bundle each year on your home energy costs. And speaking of smart homes, we're also going to chat with Belkin this hour about its smart plugs that can also keep some money in your pocket. And who wouldn't like that given the year that we've had? We'll also talk with a 14-year-old inventor who just won a huge cash prize from 3M. And speaking of inventions, we're going to end things off this hour with a gadget that could reduce the number of tragic deaths caused by drowning. It's a new solution that you install in your pool, and it sounds fascinating. All of this and more on an all-new Tech It Out, powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. I'll tell you more about ASUS shortly, but let's officially kick off this week's show with our first interview. When it comes to tech trends, I love writing about smart home tech as it can add convenience, like using an app or your voice to control things. It can add cost savings, like smart lights that turn off when you leave the room, or being notified that your fridge door was left open. Smart home tech can also add peace of mind, products like video doorbells and smart locks and so on. And one of my favorite companies in this space, and they've been doing this for a long time, is Ecobee, based in Toronto. And joining us on the line to chat about what's new and newsworthy is Ecobee's CEO and co-founder, Stuart Lombard. Good to chat with you, Stuart. Thank you for your time.
You as well. Good morning.
Why don't we jump right in? Is it true Ecobee had the very first Wi-Fi thermostat?
We did. And it all started with me looking at how I could reduce my environmental impact and trying to find a practical way to reduce my environmental impact. And because heating and cooling is 40 to 60% of most people's energy use, actually better managing your heating and cooling is the best thing you can do. And you can also save a boatload of money. And we estimate since we launched the smart thermostat in 2009, our customers have saved almost 28 terawatt hours of power. And that's enough to take the homes of Los Angeles and Chicago off the grid for a year. So that impact is huge. And not only that, you as an individual can save probably about 26% on your heating and cooling costs. So it's a tremendous impact and very exciting and I think great for consumers.
Yeah, so it sounds like it's great on your wallet and it's great on the environment, so it's a win-win, which kind of answers my next question about the appeal of a Wi-Fi or a smart thermostat. So I think we've covered that, but why Ecobee? Like obviously there's lots of competition out there, but I did want to call out that you were first because I remember that.
Thank you.
Hometown pride.
Yes. I think if you look at the Energy Information Administration, the EIA is forecasting that households that primarily use natural gas will spend an additional $200 this year to heat their homes versus last year. And so, the number one reason is really around saving money. And we estimate customers can save about 26% on their heating and cooling costs, or about $284 a year. So it's really a solution that pays for itself. It's also much easier to use, right? So if you're using one of those old thermostats, a smart thermostat will connect on your phone. You can look into your home and make sure that everything's okay. But then it has some great technology that makes you more comfortable and also helps you save money. And so with our thermostats, we have room sensors. And the number one problem people face is that they have hot and cold spots in their home. So you can put these room sensors around your home. They measure temperature and occupancy. We know what rooms you're in, and we can make it comfortable in the rooms that you're actually using. We also use occupancy detection. We actually have radar in our newest thermostats to understand if someone's home. And if you leave your house, we'll automatically turn down your equipment for you. When you come home, we'll automatically make sure it's comfortable. And so it really adjusts to your lifestyle and makes savings really easy. We can also, help you reduce the strain on the electricity grid by providing you with incentives that go into utility programs. And we also understand electricity rates. So if you're in a time of use rate environment where you pay different rates for electricity at different times of the day, your smart thermostat, will automatically adjust to those time periods and help you save even more.
All right. So lots of benefits and some key differentiators between Ecobee and some of the other smart thermostats, primarily the room occupancy sensors. It is optional, but sometimes I've seen bundles, Stuart, correct me if I'm wrong, where you get one or two in the box along with the thermostat itself. And then you can add more if you like.
That's exactly right. So our premium smart thermostat comes with a room sensor in the box. So you can put it around your house, and then you can add additional sensors in 2 packs for $99.
Okay. So speaking of those room sensors, you call them, I think, smart sensors. And the idea is that you can put them in rooms and hallways to get more sort of micro on the temperature and comfort of that room. So do they all communicate back to the thermostat?
They do. And, the main reason is that often your thermostat is in a hallway or it's somewhere where you don't live your life. You don't live your life in your hallway. And so you can put these room sensors in a bedroom or in your living room, for example. We measure the temperature in that room, and the thermostat uses that temperature to regulate your heating and cooling. And the result is that you're much more comfortable. The other big benefit is by having more occupancy sensors in your home, we can do a better job of determining whether you're home or whether you're not, and can automatically turn down your system when you're not home.
Again, thus saving you money. Unless you have pets at home, there's no reason why you need your aircon cranked in the summer if no one is home all day. And on the other end of the spectrum, if it's December, January, you're in the northern states or in a Canadian province, there's no reason why you need your furnaces working, at full tilt if no one's at home.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right.
We are chatting with Stuart Lombard. He is Chief Executive Officer and co-founder of Ecobee. This is a Toronto-based company that is best known for their smart thermostats, as well as complementary sensors that you can place around the home. But now let's shift gears and chat about Ecobee Smart Security. From what I understand, it allows people to use their Ecobee thermostat as a home monitoring hub. What does that mean exactly?
That's exactly right. And so you can take your Ecobee thermostat and you can use it as the hub for your home monitoring system. We talked a little bit about having room sensors in your home. And if you think about a security system, it's really, a series of occupancy sensors and some door and window contacts. And it alerts you when something happens in your home, that's not supposed to, right? And so the smart sensors we have can now be used as part of your security system. We also have door and window contacts, and that thermostat provides the hub for your security system. So you don't need additional hardware. You don't need to buy a hub. You don't need to buy a keypad and all those kinds of different things. And because we use your phone as your key, we can automatically know when you and your family members are home, and it automatically arms and disarms itself. And so it's a very simple, intuitive system. It's incredibly cost effective. If you buy the Smart Security Complete with professional monitoring, it combines professional monitoring with our thermostats and sensors to protect your home and your family. And not only that, you can probably get a 10% discount on your home insurance. And so combined between the thermostat and the insurance savings, you can probably save about $400 a year. And so it's really the security system that pays for itself.
Wow. I should let our listeners know that for up-to-date pricing and including any sales that you may have leading up to and over Black Friday and Cyber Monday, to go to the ecobee.com website. Instead of us mentioning prices, it could change. So it's just best to go to the website, ecobee.com. And of course, all the big box consumer electronics retailers carry your products as well, and all the big online marketplaces as well. Are you hinting then, Stuart, that you could cancel your monthly alarm service in favor of Ecobee Smart Security, or is it something that complements it rather than replaces it?
Absolutely. So we believe that it's a much more cost-effective alarm system for our customers. And so if you're tired of paying, crazy rates to whoever your alarm provider is, our smart security packages start at $5 per month, and the complete package with professional monitoring is $10 per month. So it is a very cost-effective solution that leverages the hardware you already have to create peace of mind for you and your family.
In the event of a break-in, heaven forbid, are the police dispatched, or would it be private security services, or does it vary on the city that you're in?
So in the event of an emergency, automatically police can be dispatched. We're fully integrated with the 911 system. You would get a notification first. People on your family list would get a notification first. If they don't respond or they say call 911, then automatically we would be linked with 911 and first responders would arrive at your home.
But 99 out of 100 times it's a false call, right? And someone will say, oh, no, my child turned opened the door without turning off the alarm system, that kind of a of thing, right?
Yeah, the beauty of the system is that it automatically detects when you're home and when you're not. And so you don't have to use a keypad. You don't have to remember to disarm it. That all happens automatically as if by magic. And so, when you leave your home, we recognize that you're the last person to leave. We automatically arm your alarm system. We turn down your heating and cooling system. And so it's a really wonderful experience. I don't know if you've had that experience where you've armed your old-fashioned alarm system. The keypad is beeping. You forget your keys in the kitchen. You have to run as fast as you can to the kitchen and then try and get out the door before the alarm goes off.
Right.
All of that is gone with our system because it's all fully automated.
And again, even if you're not at home and you forgot to turn on your home alarm system, you can do that through the Ecobee app as well, I'm assuming.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. As a call to action, simply ecobee.com.
That's exactly right.
All right. Stuart, great to chat with you. Thanks so much. And really exciting. I didn't know much about the Ecobee smart security. I knew, of course, about the thermostats and the smart sensors. So thank you for enlightening me, and all the best.
Thank you as well.
Speaking of smart homes, as I mentioned, in a few minutes from now, not our next interview, but the one after that, it's going to be with Belkin to learn about their smart plugs, these affordable ways to turn any device into a smart one, and how it can save you money. This show, Tech It Out, is powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. ASUS creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life. And that includes its line of award-winning laptops like its ZenBook family, VivoBooks, Studio Books, Chromebooks, and Expert Books, which are more of a business class laptop. Tech it all out at asus.com. That's ASUS.com. When we return on Tech It Out, we're going to chat with a 14-year-old that won a huge cash prize for her invention. So stay with us. A lot more Tech It Out coming right up after this. We'll be right back.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. I love hearing about young inventors and entrepreneurs, doing amazing things. And obviously, 3M does too, as they host the annual 3M Young Scientist Award. And we happen to have the 2022 winner with us on the line right now. I'm referring to Leanne Fan, a 14-year-old who invented what are called the Finsen headphones that have a unique twist. Welcome, Leanne. Thank you for chatting with me today.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great. You're in beautiful San Diego, is that right?
I am. It is beautiful.
Lucky you. And congratulations on becoming America's top young scientist. How exciting. Now, before we talk about your invention, the Finsen headphones, please tell us a bit about yourself.
So my name's Leanne Fan. I'm a ninth grader at Westview High School. And in my free time, I like playing golf and art. While my favorite subjects are, of course, chemistry in the science area. So I find it really interesting.
Awesome. Thank you for that. So you just won this year's 3M Young Scientist Challenge. Tell us about your work, the Finsen headphones that you submitted as an application and won.
So my Finsen headphones can both detect and treat mid-ear infections. And to detect the mid-ear infection, they use a method called acoustic reflectometry, which is using sound to detect them, paired with machine learning. And then to treat the mid-ear infections, I'm using blue light therapy. So this is a low-cost solution that could also be used for children because they can listen to music while treating their mid-ear infection.
Wow. Okay, wait a second here. All right. If you could just unpack this for us in plain English. So it can detect an ear infection and even help to heal it. And you're naming some of the technologies that it employs to do so. How does this work? And how did you come up with this idea?
How my Finsen headphones work is basically to detect it, I sound a 2-second chirp into your ear. And then what it does is that if you have a mid-ear infection, your canal will give off a different echo sound, which the computer, the AI, can then categorize into mid-ear infection or healthy eardrum. And then the light, actually, blue light can kill bacteria just like UV light, but it's safe for your skin, so you don't have to worry about UV light damaging your skin. So it kills the bacteria on your eardrum.
Amazing. And because this is radio, if you could just explain that the headphones, they do look like regular sort of over-the-ear headphones, a little bit more colorful because I see a picture of you wearing them. But the idea is that they look like any other pair of headphones.
They do, yeah. My Finsen headphones would look like any other pair of headphones. So you could always do a Zoom meeting or call someone while you're treating and detecting your mid-ear infection.
And how common are these mid-ear infections? I read that it's a lot more prevalent than people may realize. It can even lead to death.
Yeah, it can. So mid-ear infections are most common in babies and young children. And there's a statistic that said 1 in 13 children got ear tubes because of an ear infection.
Wow. And how did you come up with this idea? Like, what's sort of the genesis of this idea?
Yeah, so my mom always gets ear infections, and I also got ear infections really commonly as a baby. So what I thought of at first was to use blue light to kill bacteria, and then it evolved into blue light in headphones to cure ear infections. And then I added machine learning. So it's kind of like a step-by-step process that developed into my Finsen headphones.
And has it been proven to work? I mean, have you been able to recreate this and see these results?
Yeah. So for the machine learning part where I detect the mid-ear infection, I was able to create ear canal model to prove that in theory, a similar machine learning model could also be trained using a human ear canal because I don't have access to hundreds of patients. And then for the blue light one, I was able to prove that it could kill bacteria both on Petri plates and in a simulated middle ear canal environment.
And you said it was named after Neil Finsen. Who is that?
Neil Finsen invented phototherapy in the 1900s, and he used his machine called the Finsen lamp to treat hundreds of skin tuberculosis patients. So unfortunately, that was overshadowed by the cheapness and availability of antibiotics that was invented around the same time.
Wow. Hey, I was also born in the 1900s, okay? Unlike yourself, Leanne. Leanne is a 14-year-old who invented what are called the Finsen headphones. It won the 2022 3M Young Scientist Award. It's an annual challenge that 3M hosts, and these headphones can detect and treat mid-ear infections. Leanne, talk to us about your work with 3M and Dr. Ross Bailing, a research specialist with the company.
So I worked over the summer with Ross Bailing, who works with 3M to create pressure-sensitive adhesives. And then he has so many patents on different things he invented with his team. So it's really helpful for him to give me advice on the scientific journey. And we meet once a week for about an hour. And it's been really helpful because having an actual 3M scientist is just amazing.
Amazing indeed. What was the competition like? How much did you win? And what will you do with the money?
So the competition was honestly amazing. I'd advise anyone from 5th to 8th grade to definitely join because it's just such an experience and you learn so much and you meet so many other young scientists your age. So you make a lot of friends along the way. And then I won $25,000 along with a trip to the New York Stock Exchange during the opening bell. So that was really exciting.
Oh, wow. And what do you plan on doing with the money? Are you going to put it towards education, something more fun, a little bit of both?
So I tell everyone this, but the first thing I'm always going to do is get sushi. And then after that, I plan on doing more research into the Finsen headphones and getting a patent eventually. And I'd also like to save some for student debt, my college funds.
That's so nice. Leanne Fan, congratulations.
Thank you.
Where can we read more about your winning submission? The Finsen headphones. And for our listeners, that's Finsen.
You can read more about my invention on the 3M Young Scientist website. And it has a lot about the other finalists' inventions as well. So that's really interesting to learn about.
All right. So our listeners can just do a search for 3M Young Scientist and our guest name, Leanne Fan, Fan, and you'll be able to read more about it. Thank you so much, Leanne. Congratulations once again. All the best. Your future is so bright. We're very excited for you. Be well.
Me too.
I'm not sure what you were doing at 14, but wow. Anyhow, and speaking of smarts, when we return on Tech It Out, we're going to catch up with Belkin to learn about smart plugs. We'll be right back.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z.
This is an Encore presentation of Tech It Out.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
You're listening to Tech It Out. Smart home tech is awesome because it can help you save money. It can make life more convenient by controlling it all with your voice or an app. And it can make things safer at home as well. On top of it all, you don't have to break the bank on some innovative products, like the ones we're going to hear about right now. To chat about the Wemo family of solutions from Belkin, we're joined by Cassie Panetta. She's Senior Global Communications Manager at Belkin International. Thanks, Cassie. Good to chat with you.
Hi, Mark. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to get into this.
Me too. Looking forward to our chat. Before we talk about Wemo, though, which is a division or a subsidiary of Belkin, if you will, tell us about the parent company. Tell us about Belkin.
Belkin, yeah. Well, Belkin is actually coming up on its 40th anniversary this year.
Wow.
So, yeah, for the last few decades, Belkin has been an accessories leader delivering power, protection, productivity, audio, and of course, smart home solutions to consumers. Some of our most notable products include our made for MagSafe chargers. We were the first third-party brand to bring to market official MagSafe chargers.
Huh.
Yeah, we also have our new and growing audio collection with noise-canceling earbuds and unique audio products specifically for kids, which is pretty cool. We just launched a handy mount designed for Apple's continuity camera feature. And then, of course, our Wemo portfolio that has award-winning home management solutions designed with HomeKit integration.
Okay, so we're going to unpack all that. I did want to invite you on to chat about Wemo. So let's talk about this product line. At a high level, what does Wemo focus on? And for our listeners, it's simply WEMO.
Our objective across all of our product lines is to empower people to get the most out of their everyday. So that said, all of our Wemo products are designed to make the smart home simpler to manage with intuitive design, easy setup through Apple HomeKit, convenient management via app or with voice, and other unique features. In fact, our latest collection of thread dimmers, light switches, smart plugs, they're all designed with Apple HomeKit exclusively for a more streamlined home experience without the hassle of third-party apps, special setups, or gateways.
Maybe you can explain for a moment Apple HomeKit and Thread. These are terms that not all of my listeners will be familiar with. I guess the easy one is Apple HomeKit. It implies that if you're an iPhone user, you use Siri, I guess, to control it all.
Yeah, that's correct. Apple's HomeKit system is basically one of the most secure networks, so we really leverage that for their privacy and security.
Sure.
It is essentially just an ecosystem from Apple, of course, to connect all of the smart home devices through an Apple Home Hub, controlling all of your devices either with your voice through Siri or through your iPad or iPhone or laptop or Apple TV or something. So just a very intuitive ecosystem to use.
Thanks for that. If you are an Android user, like you have a Samsung phone or a Pixel or something, can you still have Wemo products in your home?
Yeah. So our legacy Wemo products, like all of the Wi-Fi Wemo solutions, like the smart plug, the Wi-Fi light switch, Wi-Fi dimmer, those are all they work universally with all of the major smart home platforms.
Sure.
So
and Alexa
Google
as well.
Or Alexa.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. And then what's Thread?
Just to quickly explain Thread for those who aren't too familiar, Thread is the latest wireless protocol like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi that allows one device to connect to each other. So Thread was built specifically for the smart home to provide better range and better connectivity.
Yeah, people are going to hear a lot more and see that word Thread quite a bit going forward.
Yeah.
So I know smart plugs, for example, which I always associate Belkin, Wemo with, they add convenience because you can plug in, say, a dumb lamp into a smart plug and put that into your wall. And then now you can control it all and set timers and schedules and things like that. Use your voice to control it. But could they also save you money, these smart plugs?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend using smart plugs to automate energy guzzling appliances like air conditioners or humidifiers. Yeah, like setting these appliances on a schedule will prevent energy and electricity from running all day and therefore save you some dollars.
Yeah, that's great. And what would you say the difference is between the smart plug with Thread and Wi-Fi smart plug? That's your legacy product?
I'd say one of the main functional differences between the Thread smart plug and Wi-Fi smart plug is that the Thread version is more responsive, as Wi-Fi can sometimes be unreliable depending on where the router is and how strong the Wi-Fi signal is.
Awesome.
So,
and then what's the price difference between the regular smart plug, the older one, as well as smart plug with Thread?
They are both the same price at $24.99. US.
Great. Again, affordable tech, which can help automate even your older appliances and devices like I mentioned lamps and so on. You can plug a coffee maker into one of these smart plugs and then wake up in the morning, reach for your phone or your tablet or use your voice to start a pot of coffee or something like that, which I really like. We're chatting with Cassie Panetta. She's Senior Global Communications Manager at Belkin. We're chatting about the Wemo line of smart home products from Belkin and the Wemo line, WEMO. Please tell us now about the smart video doorbell. Is this similar to a product like a Ring?
The smart video doorbell. Yes, it is somewhat similar to Ring, but this one works exclusively with Apple HomeKit Secure Video, one of the world's most secure home networks for integrity, security, and 100% privacy. So Through Apple HomeKit Secure Video, the Wemo doorbell provides easy setup, automatic updates, and seamless control of devices within the HomeKit network.
And if you wanted to see who was at your door, not live, but like say an hour ago or a day earlier, can you do that through an app?
Yeah, so everything is done through the Apple Home app. All of the data is stored in iCloud with an iCloud Plus plan.
And that's like a plan in which you need to pay for cloud storage for videos, kind of like the Ring Protect, I think it's called. Google's got one as well where you have to pay to go back in time to see videos. Is that right?
Yeah, so iCloud is pretty all-encompassing.
But talking with someone live who's at your front doorstep, even if you're not at home, that's all for free.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
all right. And how much is the smart video doorbell?
It is $249.99.
Okay. So a bit more than some of the competing products, but a lot of people would rather have that security and peace of mind for sure. Yeah. So why don't we end off then with lighting solutions? What's new from Wemo? I saw a few different things at the website.
Yes. Most recently, within the last couple of months, we launched thread versions of our light switch and dimmer to provide consumers with a more responsive, reliable, and secure smart home experience without the hassle of third-party apps. They're available for purchase right now through Belkin.com and Amazon.com.
What's the range in pricing for these lighting solutions like dimmers and switches and things like that?
The light switch is $29.99 and dimmer is $59.99.
Okay. Again, relatively affordable for this, which again is a welcome trend, as I said off the top, when it comes to smart home automation and control. Cassie Panetta has been our guest from Belkin. Thank you so much for your time. I guess Belkin.com is the best place to learn more about the Wemo family.
Yep, perfect. Yeah, just go to Belkin.com and you'll see a little drop down for the Wemo smart home solutions.
Okay. Awesome, Cassie. Thanks so much for your time today.
So thank you.
A new gadget that may prevent accidental drowning in private pools. We're going to learn about Mylo when we return on Tech It Out.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Tech It Out, hosted by Mark Saltzman.
This is an Encore presentation of Tech It Out.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. Before we learn about Mylo, a potentially life-saving device for swimming pools. For years, I've been telling listeners if they want to save money on purchases, and who doesn't, to use the free Slick Deals website, app, and browser extension, as it's a community of millions that help sniff out and validate the best deals that you can find both at retail and online. There's also Slick Deals Cashback, designed to save even more. It enables you to receive cashback at participating retailers by earning points for every eligible purchase that you make through Slick Deals that you can redeem for gift cards. To get going, simply visit slickdeals.com/cashback. That's slickdeals.com/cashback. The topic for our next interview is a somber one. Just a heads up. Preventing accidental child deaths due to drowning. We're going to hear about a technology that may reduce the number of tragedies that take place on a daily basis, believe it or not. The solution is called Mylo. And joining us on the line, all the way from Israel, to chat with us about it is Shadi Bisharat. He is the CEO of a company called Coral Smart Pool. Hi, Shadi. Thank you for your time.
Hi, Mark. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
You know, it's been said good technology solves a problem. It's every parent's worst nightmare, losing a child, perhaps due to drowning. I understand that you have some stats about how often this happens. Is that right?
Yeah. Actually, the stats are very surprising. We learned that for drowning is the leading cause of injury-related death for children below the age of 5 in all the Western world. It means that children below the age of 5 die from drowning more than from car accidents. Wow. Imagine how much technology is implemented for child safety in the car, for seats and the safety seats. And eventually, the leading cause of injury-related death is drowning. So this is, just to emphasize how scary it is for a family. Of course, in general, if we look on the total number, we are talking about more than 300,000 annual drowning deaths worldwide every year. And we are, I think that the most important statistic, and this is why we brought Mylo to the world, is that 88% of drowning for children under the age of 14 happen when there is at least one adult nearby, which means it happens when the pool is active. So although fences and covers are great protection, and we should have those, but those cannot protect us when the pool is active, when we open the fence and we open the cover. And even with those technology solution of pool alarms that notify when somebody goes into the pool, are good until the pool is active. So they are good to solve the 12% of the problem. However, 88% of drowning happen when the pool is active already. And therefore, we realize that to change the statistics, we need an active monitoring of the pool and the pool activity and identifying drowning incidents. And that's what can change the statistics, really.
Yeah, that's surprising that the overwhelming majority of deaths caused by drowning in children is when others are around, including an adult.
You know why is that, Mark? Because below the age of 5, you don't hear the child, or it's not like in the movies when you see him struggling. He just sink to the bottom of the pool without any noise, without anything. And then it could be that for 4 or 5 minutes, nobody noticed that.
That's just very scary. So obviously a life-saving solution is having a lifeguard there, but you're suggesting technology can play a role as well. So with that in mind, talk to us about Mylo. And for our listeners, it's spelled Mylo.
So Mylo is a virtual lifeguard. It's based on computer vision. We have 2 cameras, one below the water, one above the water. You install it in the corner of the pool. And for residential pools, that could provide a solution, because we are talking about a product that we are now pre-selling it for $999, so everybody can afford him to his pool, and not just for public pools. And Mylo will identify when somebody entered the pool. He will notify you that somebody entered to the pool, but he will not stop his job there. He will start then monitoring the activity in the pool and can distinguish between normal swimming in the pool and playing in the pool to a drowning incident. And then when he sees the drowning incidents, he will raise an alarm. So the Mylo comes also with a home unit, which you will have inside the house, and it will, so the Mylo itself will alarm, and the home unit will alarm, and also you will get an alarm to your phone.
All right, so there is a loud alarm that will sound immediately if it senses some sort of distress, and it pushes a notification to your phone through a Mylo app.
Correct.
Is that right?
Through a Mylo app, it pushes the notification, and through the Mylo app, you can get also a screenshot from the incident, so you can see also what's happening in the pool. So if you are not outside and you are inside the house, and I don't know, a dog falls into the water, so you get immediately a picture and you see.
Okay. And you touched on how the technology could detect that this is happening. Then Mylo can tell the difference between kids, say, splashing around, and someone in distress. I mean, it may look similar, or if someone's trying to hold their breath underwater to see how long they can do it, the Mylo system may think that they're drowning. So what about these false positives?
Yeah, so it's a good question, and that's why we have neural networks, AI technology, which we've been developing for 4 years, and training the neural networks and the AI to become smarter, and train them with a lot of images and videos. I'm talking about millions of videos, millions of data. And for 4 years, the system becomes smarter and smarter. And it can recognize when it's a false alarm, when it's not drowning, and it can detect when it's really drowning. So I'll just give you an example. If you try to sink and hold your breath below the water, you will still move your hands, because you will need to keep yourself on the bottom of the pool. Why is that? Because you still have air in your lungs. But if you're drowning, you don't have air in your lungs, so you will not move your hands. And then the Mylo can distinguish from those small things that he learned with time about a real drowning, or someone is just sinking to the bottom and holding his breath.
Fascinating. We're going to learn more about Mylo when we return on Tech It Out.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
This is an Encore presentation of Tech It Out.
We're chatting with Shadi Bisharat. He is the CEO of Coral Smart Pool, the folks behind Mylo. According to the CDC, drowning is the top cause of unintentional death for kids age 1 through 4. And annually in the U.S. alone, there are almost 4,000 fatal unintentional drownings. That's an average of 10 daily. So very scary statistics there. And you said your technology is for both residential pools and public pools?
So eventually our target market is residential pools, because people don't have a lifeguard home. In public pools, there is a lifeguard, and there are some technology to help the lifeguard to monitor the pool. So we are oriented to the residential pools. Our vision is to allow every private pool owner to own a virtual lifeguard. This is our vision. Of course, the solution itself can fit also to commercial pools. If it's a big pool, you can just install several Mylos, because Mylo can see up to 10 meters. So you can install several Mylos and they can talk together. So it is fitting, but our target is to bring a solution for private pools.
Got it. With Mylo, is it available now? Is it pre-orders? Where are you at? And also, how easy is it to install, or do you need professional help?
No, you don't need professional help. That's the good thing about Mylo. When we design the product, we design it with an orientation to sell it to residential pools and private pools, and they don't need to have anybody install that. You just connect it to the electricity with a low voltage safely for the pool, and install the Mylo in the corner of the pool. You can glue it, or you can put it into with a screw. It's very, very easy to install, and that's it. You just run the app, and the software starts working.
I'm assuming you need Wi-Fi though. What if your Wi-Fi doesn't extend to the backyard?
Yeah, so that's good. For installation, you will need the Wi-Fi, and if you need in the future to use the app and to see the live pictures on the app, then you will need the Wi-Fi. Usually we have extenders that get you the Wi-Fi to the garden if the garden is very big and far away from that. So you can add an extender. That's easy to solve. However, I have to mention that even without Wi-Fi, Mylo will detect drowning and alarm, because the mind and the GPU, actually in this case, of the AI that is running the algorithm is in the box. It's in Mylo. It's not on the cloud.
Sure.
So it doesn't need internet connection to save life and monitor the pool.
I was going to ask you about privacy. You know, I'm sure there are some parents out there who are concerned that there's a video of their kids swimming, you know?
That's not happening, because all the videos are running at the Mylo in the box. It's the reason why we didn't invent here a cloud-based solution, because for two reasons. One, safety. You want to take action immediately and not wait for the internet connection. And number two, privacy. So all the videos are just running in the box in the Mylo. If you want to connect to the app, then you will get just a screenshot when you want it. And if you don't want to connect to the app, then it's a secured closed system, not connected to the internet at all.
And how long does the battery last in these cameras?
So Mylo is connected to the electricity, and then you don't care about a battery and how much it lasts. You can buy an accessory of a solar panel with a battery, and then the solar panel with a battery will just keep it alive all the time as long as you have sun.
Can you confirm how much Mylo costs again?
For now, you asked about pre-ordering Mylo. So Mylo is available. The basic version is available for pre-order at our website, coralmylo.com. We are starting the campaign this week. We're going to sell the product for $999 for a limited period with the limited stock. And the next summer, we will release it to the market with a full retail price of $1,499.
All right. So the $999 is a pre-order discount, and then it's going to go up to $1,500 after that. It's coralmylo.com, CORALMYLO.com.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, Shadi. I'm always interested in technology that could save lives. So this sounds fantastic. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for having us here and allowing us this opportunity.
Let me know what you think of Mylo. You can hit me up on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. It's Mark Saltzman, MarkSaltzman. So it's Mark with a C, Saltzman with a Z. And you can also ask me tech questions if you like. Tell me what you think of Tech It Out. If you have suggestions for upcoming guests or topics, or even if you just want to say hi, it's all good. This show is powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. ASUS creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life. Check out their sleek laptops like the ZenBook I'm recording this on right now, the ZenBook Flip S, at asus.com. That's ASUS.com. And finally, speaking of computers, don't forget to properly back up your important files on a regular basis, just in case something happens, your laptop is lost or stolen. Check out the WD and SanDisk line of drives. So Western Digital and SanDisk. There's lots of sales. There's a lot of pre-Black Friday sales, in fact, which you can check out at westerndigital.com or at your favorite consumer electronics retailer. Hey, thank you for tuning in to Tech It Out this week. I hope you enjoyed the 4 different guests and topics, and I look forward to catching up with you next weekend for another brand new episode of Tech It Out. But bye for now.